Come closer to the table.
In 2 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into it.
What is that? What is that? What I mean that? Is that what I think it is?
Okay.
Right. They don't put it past music though, huh? They play music?
No, they ain't playing the band.
It's not down here. I think that might be on the other side.
Let's eat them like that.
Well, I understand you provide saying. What time is it?
6:59. Judith. 20. I'm ready. Ready whenever you are, sir.
Good.
All right, Colin Khan. All right, Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You understand? Since 1969. And now, once again, man, we run the world under Commanding General Yohana. You understand? And today is the Brotherhood class. So you know that's what we're going to be talking about all day today, brotherhood and sisterhood. So one thing that you all have to understand is that without this brotherhood and without sisterhood, man, we are going to fail, be overtaken, destroyed, you understand, and any other synonym that you can think of that's going to happen to our people. If you look at us right now, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in the worst conditions possible. You understand? When you look at the white man, look at the white man. He has a neighborhood. You look at the Chinese man. He has a neighborhood. There's a Chinatown in every major city in America. You look at let me see. You look at the Jewish man. He has a section. They even call his the Diamond District. You understand? You look at the African. You look at the East Indian. Anybody else? They have nice parts of the city that we live in, that they live in. And Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have a part of the, you understand, the world that we live in too, in this world. And it's called the ghetto. It's called the reservation. It's called, you understand, it's called the barrio. And now for us to be able to get out of those things, and if we want to have some kind of peace today, then we have to straight up and down separate from this place. You understand? Because if we don't separate, it is going to be our ruin. It's going to be the end of us. But before we get started on that, did you want me to answer some questions, or are we good, sir?
No, you can brother in security announcement.
Okay, Most High in Christ.
And then the sister, she might have a question.
No sweat, come on, con. I'm gonna let the trooper go ahead and take care of these security announcements. But go ahead, I'll make it happen.
Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister is interested in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which that brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10 in Hebrew, ma'ashara. Priest, unleavened bread. And with that, I will turn it over to Priest.
Question. And so if it is not in there, we don't believe it. Because here you go, sis. I don't know if you can see these little words, but you can use this book right here.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10.
Go ahead.
If he take him another wife.
All right, so this scripture says, if he take him another wife. Let me know when you got it so you can keep up with us. All right, go ahead. All right.
Her food, her remnant, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
So this says, if he take him another wife, now this is including the one that he already has. Anything dealing with that first woman and with that second woman, he has to maintain those same things, the same duties. However they were doing it at first, he has to continue to do it that way. He cannot neglect the first wife because he got another. You understand? He cannot neglect the second wife because of his first wife. He has to maintain his duties in everything. If he was giving her clothes, he has to continue to give her clothes. He was giving her money, he has to continue to give her money. Because in this is going to what we're teaching about today, the brotherhood portion of it, you understand? Because marriage is brotherhood and sisterhood. That's what it's about. It's about us working with one another because the scriptures say that we are heirs to the throne. You understand that? Meaning I'm getting it and you're getting it. So we have to make sure that we're treating each other correctly. You understand? So when it comes to multiple wives, that's what it is about. It's about brotherhood. It's about sisterhood, about us helping one another to get where we need to be. Because as you can see, we're already destroyed as a nation, right? So we need each other. As black men and black women, we don't need to have an independent mind state. You understand? We don't need that. I don't need a black male. I don't need a man at all. You understand? Well, if that's the case, then how do you even exist? You understand? If you don't need a man, how did you get here? You feel me? So multiple wives is something that is in the scriptures, but that's just one verse. Hold on to that one and we'll go to another one. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 15.
Go ahead.
If a man have 2 wives, one beloved.
Hold on, Salakia. If a man have what?
2 wives.
You see that right there, sis? That's in the scriptures. Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 15. it says, if a man have 2 wives, that doesn't sound like adultery to me. You understand? What that sounds like is a man having 1 woman and another woman. You understand? He didn't have to put one away before he got another one. He kept them both, but righteously though. You understand? And this is the thing, just because a man can have multiple women does not mean that he should get multiple women. You understand? Because some brothers are not able to deal with multiple women, because you have to remember, when you take on a wife, you are taking on everything that comes with that woman. You understand? So if you got a woman she needs a lot of attention, you're going to have to deal with that, brother. You understand? You got to deal with a woman that needs a lot of attention. If you have a woman that she's, you know what I'm saying, she's struggling in a certain situation, and you start to help her with that situation, you got to continue to help her take care of those things. You understand? So this is a man, if he have 2 wives, you don't want to get 2 wives that need a whole bunch of attention and you can't do it, and now you have to neglect them. Because then you got to think about, that's going to cause problems between the brotherhood and sisterhood, right? That's going to make her not want to be with you, because you're not spending time with me, or you're not taking care of the things like you were doing at first, or whatever it may be. You understand? So a man is able to have 2 wives. Let's go to Isaiah. Chapter 4. Isaiah 4:1. You know this one too, huh? Most High. Go ahead.
I asked somebody about that one, and they said it wasn't about wives at all.
This scripture's not about wives at all. Isaiah, Most High in Christ. That's why you are in the Isupk, so that you can hear the truth. You understand?
Right.
Because let me tell you something, sis. This is why, I don't know if the officer told you earlier. No one outside of the Isupk has the truth. You understand? They have made up something that some made up doctrine that they done came up with. People have taken bits and pieces. This is why we say it's all Christianity, because they believe what they want to believe. In the UPK, we believe thus saith the Most High God. You understand? We don't go outside of that. So for somebody to say that Isaiah 4:1 is not talking about wives, that's just because they don't know what the hell they're talking about, period. They have not read the scripture, or they haven't been taught it properly. And I'm about to show you how you can just read this and understand. Simple. Go ahead,
The book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of 1 man.
So this is 7 women taking hold of 1 man. Now, this is not a literal, you understand? She grabbed you and look, you gotta be mine. This is a figurative speak, you understand? Or figuratively speaking, 7 women coming to 1 man, saying the same thing to 1 man. Go ahead.
Saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
Say it again.
Only
read the first part. We will what?
We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
So this is 7 women saying that I make my own money. You understand? I cook my own food. I have my own clothes. What else? Go ahead, keep reading.
Only let us be called by thy name.
I have everything that I need. I just want to be called by your name. Why? Go ahead.
To take away our reproach.
To take away the reproach. Let's look up reproach real quick. Can somebody
Sister, like, if I could,
Come on.
also, like, what is sisters doing right now? Like, in the world, what do they do?
Well, they be out there.
They be all the way out there. They deal with multiple men. You read the scripture when Christ told his sister, and she was calling him, and he was like, you done had a whole bunch of husbands. You understand?
5 husbands.
5 husbands. Right? According to the Lord, sex was always marriage. That's why it's important to understand when you come into this school. It's a 1-year rule about brothers. Some sisters may not want to get with a brother that got more than 1 wife. Some brothers may not want more than 1 wife. There's brothers like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a law for a brother to get more than 1 wife, but it's not unlawful. There's nothing unlawful about it. It's as holy as the Sabbath.
Right.
if it's done according to the Lord. The issue is our people have more than one husband, more than one wife through our entire nation. But then when the Lord says it's okay, it become an issue. Just like a woman that be dealing with a man that's married, you know what I'm saying? She cool the entire time he's married. But once he stop being married and he become hers, she don't want him to get another woman. You see what I'm saying? That's where it goes south. When the Lord, ain't nothing wrong. Like Israel was made by who? Right. Now, the nation of Israel, Jacob, right?
Mhm.
Name change of Israel. How many wives did Jacob have? No. Jacob had 4 wives.
Mm-hmm.
The nation of Israel, what we call Israelites, when you got brothers and sisters saying that despise a man having more than one wife, that very nation sprung out from a man having more than one wife.
Right.
The Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply." How many babies can a woman carry in a year? At the norm, what, about 4? I mean, possibly even more, right?
In a year?
In a year. In a year's time, how many can she carry in a womb?
One.
In a womb?
Yeah.
A woman.
Something like as twins.
She can have twins. She can
Oh,
have
okay.
Triplets,
I'm
quadruplets.
saying how many
Yeah.
times you get pregnant in a year?
I was going to that. How many times can she get pregnant? One time. Now, the brother got 5 wives, and he wants, let's see, he wants 15 kids. Can he make it happen in a year?
Yeah.
He definitely can make that. The Lord told him to make it happen in a year, he can make it happen. Because he got 5 wives. The
Right.
purpose of a man and a woman being together is not what America makes it. It's not what we've been taught. The purpose of a man and woman being together is to serve the Most High. So if a man get another wife in this school, it's because it's for the Lord. It's because the Lord wanted it. It ain't something that they just, oh, well, yeah, I just want another woman. It comes with responsibility. And every brother in this school, main responsibility, it better be the only thing on their mind is the school. That's what's important. Some of these brothers, you see it, well, I barely see them. That's my wife right there. I leave every weekend. I do class every day. The time we spend together is short. And the time we spend together is according to the Lord. It ain't like in the world. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing unrighteous about a brother getting more than one wife.
That's right.
You know, just like enemy.
Oh, no, you survived, sir. We're actually at Isaiah chapter 4:1, and I was about to read this reproach for her. The definition of reproach, I wanted to show you this. Okay, so reproach, it says the expression of disapproval or disappointment, rebuke, reproof, lecture, disapproval, admonishment. So out in the world, women are called whores. You understand? Because of the way they act and the things that they do. This is the name that they don't want anymore. She doesn't want to be called a whore anymore. She wants to be attached to a righteous man. You understand? So that she can be called a princess now, instead of being called a whore. Come on, Con.
Yeah, could as well. How many blacks, Hispanics, and Americans serve the Lord in America? In earth? How many brothers you see doing this? How many brothers you see? Not many. It's more sisters than it is brothers. Brothers locked up, sprung out on drugs, gang banging, homosexuals. It's more black men than homosexuals than anything. Sisters ain't got no pickings. So it's only right that the Lord would say that. In this day and time, a young boy can change his sex.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Can change his sex. In this day and time, a baby can be born and not have a gender.
X.
In this day and time, a black man and another black man can be married under the sanction of God in a so-called holy place.
Right.
A woman can do the same thing. There ain't too many righteous brothers that want to serve the Lord, and that's the only thing they got. It's only righteous that the Lord will say in this day and time. You understand what I'm saying? And it's selfish. It's almost like for a sister to say this, you understand? It's her saying that I love the white man society.
Right.
And I don't like what the Lord put down. Remember we was talking earlier, we was talking about picking and choosing what you want, right? Those same brothers outside this school all believe in that.
Mhm.
Some of them still practice, some of them still do it. You understand? But they all believed in that at one point. At one point, our nation didn't have an issue with a man had a more than one woman. Of course, sisters, you understand, would be jealous. That's normal. Just like brothers get jealous of other brothers. That's
Right.
normal for a sister to be that way. But it was never unrighteous. These were things that were pushed on us, you understand, to slow us down. Woman then was shut up.
You too long, sir. You too
I
long.
know, but I'm gonna keep talking. What was it? We was talking about it today. It was about how they slowed the population. Oh, C-sections, right?
Right.
Okay, how many babies can a sister have after she gets a C-section? You know? You know how many C-sections you can have? How many? 2. And after the second one, you what? They advise you not to what? Have a baby. They push C-sections more. Yeah, they push C-sections more because of it's more money for them, and it slows the population down for Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. It slows it down, shortens it. That's why they always, well, you should get a C-section. You should do this, or you should get that. But they're telling you those things to slow our race down, because we would overpopulate the earth by the way we act, the way we think, we naturally do, we would do that. Everything is designed to kill the Lord's children, to slow it, because if Esau can slow this down, he can continue on in his own kingdom.
Right.
He can continue, if he can make sisters be mad at each other when the Lord, you understand, wanted them to be sisters, wanted them to be together, if he can make them mad about something simple as a man being in between them. But half the time, they ain't even with the man. Half the time, they don't even see the brother.
Right.
You understand? Like Esau done put so much power in her sister's mind that now she done took her whole, the role of a man, she done took his role now. And then at night, she's sleeping and crying out of her freaking mind, you understand, but she don't have a man. That's what Esau wants. That's what Satan wants. You understand? That's what the devil wants himself. That's what he wants. He wants to slow his kingdom down. Go ahead,
No, you too long. So, does that answer your question?
It's one more scripture that I know. It's in the book of Timothy.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I was gonna go there. I'm glad you brought that up. Most High in Christ. Give me 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2.
Any scripture that you ever heard of, like can you wear pants?
Yeah.
Can you wear pants?
Okay,
Chapter 22, verse 5, right?
Right.
You wear pants? Yes, you can wear pants.
okay.
Yes.
So, does it say pants in the scripture?
Oh, that's wow.
Does Deuteronomy chapter 22 say pants in the scripture?
I mean, it don't look like people make it seem like.
You know why people make it seem like that? I can understand if you're white and want a sister not to wear pants.
Right.
I can understand that. But it's just like saying a brother can have more than one wife. You can't create a law that ain't been given in the Bible.
Right.
You can't make something up. You can't say, like, that was pertaining to even to say that it was pants. Did we wear pants? Did men wear pants in that day and time? You sure?
No,
You know?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Say it again.
We want some underwear though.
We wore underwear. What is it? What is this scripture spiritually saying?
I thought you guys said it was
It's talking about
Cross dressing. Right.
It's talking about drag queens. It's talking about, you understand, if I got nice hair, you understand, and just say my hair went down to my back, and I had on heels, and I had a dress on. Now, I presume to be a man, but I'm walking around here as if I'm a woman. What's gonna happen? A brother gonna be enticed, and he gonna be like, hey, you understand?
Right.
It's so tight. He be like, hey, you understand? Come here. Which is causing him to do what? Right, and causing him to sin.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with sisters. They put on, like, sisters got pants for them. Like they try to say, oh, because they got this zipper right there. Okay, and
Right.
the pants are designed to cover up things. Like you can wear some decent pants and not be masculine.
Right.
It's talking about femininity and masculinity. That's what it's talking. It's not talking about a woman wearing pants. The
Right.
scripture don't say pants. The people take that scripture and say it's pants, but then when you go to Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1,
Right.
you understand now, we ain't in that time. What the scripture is saying, it clearly said that a woman will take on the sin. You understand? A woman will take on a man.
One man, right.
It clearly says that Israel, you understand, the nation Israel was born by 4 wives from Jacob. We
Right.
can go on and on through the Bible. You can wear pants, sis.
Right.
It's in the Bible. It's not a law.
That's right. If I may, just real quick, just what he was saying when it came to when you said the 2 wives, the ones that you call concubines, they're wives also. They're Israelite women also. We don't sleep with women outside of our nation. You understand that? So a concubine is also a wife. It's just another word for wife. It's the way you got her that makes it that. Now, what he was talking about in Deuteronomy chapter 22 and 5, it says the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, right? So are there not women's pants? There are women's pants, right? Now, when you see young M.A., what kind of pants she got on? She got on men's pants, right? Now, when you see young Thug, what kind of pants he got on? He wearing your pants. You know what I'm saying? He wearing your closet and got your pants, right? So that's what that is talking about. That's what he was saying about cross-dressing. That's what we don't want to do. You want to wear what pertains to you. You understand? So your pants are fine, sis. There's no problem with that. Let's get that the 1 Timothy about the multiple wives so we can finish this out. There's actually like 2 or 3 more verses in it, but we can get this one, and this will be a good enough one to round it out for you. Because fake Israelites will pull this verse to say that, see, you should only have one wife. I'm gonna show you what's wrong with it. Go ahead, brother. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2.
Yup.
A bishop.
A what?
A bishop.
Okay, now this says a bishop. Remember that word. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Then must be blameless.
So a bishop must be blameless, a non-sinful man, right? You can never say that he's like this or he's like this. You want to know who's a blameless man on this earth? Commanding General Yohana. You understand? He is a man that is worthy to say that he is blameless. You understand? Because he does not steal a dime. He does not sleep with brothers' wives. He does not commit sins. You understand? So he's blameless. Go ahead, sir.
And if I could, what is the bishop?
Yep, I was getting there.
Leader of the church.
Leader of the church.
Leader of the church, right?
Was Paul a bishop? Paul that established the schools in the New Testament, was he a bishop?
Yeah.
Con,
The book of Timothy was written by who?
It was written by Paul.
Paul wrote the book of Timothy. Paul was a bishop, right? Did Paul have a wife? What did you read scripture again?
Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead.
A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife.
The husband, the what?
The husband of one wife.
He must be blameless, and he what?
The husband of one wife.
Paul has a wife. He a bishop. So he telling him to do something that he ain't doing?
Right.
Just want the scripture is always clear. We just take things out of context because we live in the world. We let other people that don't supposed to be teaching how to teach us. Go ahead, I just want to bring out this.
No, you saw. And I mean the same thing with Yahweh Shah. How many wives did he have? None. He was the leader of a church too. You feel me? He had no wives whatsoever. So with fake Israelite groups saying that a bishop must be blameless and the husband of one wife, do you know what that one wife is? It's the truth. It is this word right here, these laws, statutes, and commandments, and us pushing the truth throughout the earth. This is our first wife. You understand? It comes before all things. That's why Christ said, if you're not willing to forsake mother, brother, sister, father, even your own life, you understand? I'm paraphrasing. But he said, if you're not willing to forsake those things, then you're not worthy of the kingdom of heaven. You understand? You have to always make sure that you are focused on this truth first. You understand that? And that is what that scripture is talking about when it says that a bishop must be blameless and the husband of one wife. It's not saying that you can only have one. That's talking about the truth. You understand? But go ahead. You got any more questions? All right, Most High in Christ. Any other questions in the room? Slaki, can we look online and see if there's any right there? Okay, Most High in Christ. All right, so let me get Hebrews chapter 13 and 1, because this is the Brotherhood class. So we're gonna, if you have any more questions, then just raise your hand, say Salakia, and then we'll take care of you. Shalom, sir.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue.
Let brotherly love continue. You understand? In America, we are taught not to have brotherly love. In America, we're taught to be individualized. You understand? We're taught to care for ourselves, YOLO, and all these other sayings that we have that it's just for me, about me, about me. In the UPK, we're taught that if I got it, my brother got it. If I ain't got it, my brother ain't got it. You understand? Like we struggle together. We strive together. Christ said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. You understand of them? And that's how we work in the UPK. Like, if you would notice, the sister came in, she gave things, you understand? That we have brothers in the UPK that have never met us a day in their life. And then when they meet us, they allow us to sleep in their homes. They give us food. They give us clothes. They give us everything that we need to continue, you understand, to strive together. Because like they say in the world, you're only as weak or strong as your weakest link, right? Now, we are all brothers. I won't allow my brothers to fall weak, you understand? Because if they fall weak, I fall weak. You understand? That's how we operate in the UPK. So that's why we say let brotherly love continue. That means every day. The same way when you look into the scriptures and it says that a wife will not treat her husband, so like it says that she will not do him evil, but will do him good all the days of her life. That's the same thing I do with my brothers. And that's the same thing that my brothers do for me. We shall not treat each other evil, not one day. You understand? Not even a second of the time. We're to love each other at all times so that this way we never fail in any mission that we have to complete. You understand? No matter what it may be. We go 2 by 2 everywhere. We're on the road. No brother goes to the bathroom by himself. No sister goes to the bathroom by herself. You don't walk nowhere by yourself. You don't do anything alone. We always looking out for each other. You understand? Because we don't want to give people in the world a chance to hurt anything in here. You understand? Or do anything wrong. Let me get Zephaniah 2 and 1. Because what we have to realize, in order first for us to let the brotherly love continue, we have to do something first for us to even get to the brotherly love. You understand? Because in America, again, we're taught not to. I remember being in Houston and walking by this apartment complex, and I could just tell that it was only black people that lived there, Hispanics and Native Indians. I could tell because they had a sewer drain that busted right outside of it, and water was running out the sewer drain, and it smells like death. You understand? And corrosion right there. I mean, it ran for days. Nobody fixed it. It was just running water. So you can imagine what was coming out of there, pouring onto the street, and you have babies living not 10 feet from it. You understand? That's how they do us. So in order for us to stop that, in order for us to get ahead or to have something in America, we got to separate from them, but not just separate by yourself. You understand? You have to separate with your brothers. Zephaniah 2 and 1, Baba Kushah.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourself together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together. We must in this kingdom. You understand? In this kingdom, we are suffering. at an all-time high. In this kingdom right here, death is, how many young black males do you always hear say, like, I don't think I'm gonna make it past 18. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I was one of them. I don't think I'm gonna make it past 25. You understand? They even have a life insurance or a driving insurance or whatnot. Once you make it past 25, then they'll lower it. But if you don't, you know what I'm saying, 120 before 25, you got the highest insurance, you got the highest of everything, because especially for young black males, they don't know if you're gonna make it. I remember hearing Boosie say in the song that labels are afraid to sign me because they're afraid a year later I'm gonna have a toe tag. You understand? That is the life of black males in America. That's the life of black women. Every year, 46,000 to 60,000 black women go missing because we don't have brotherhood, because we are not protecting our households, because the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand that? That's why we are struggling the way we are. Like, we cannot overlook the 400 years of slavery that he put on us, on top of the oppression that he's putting on us now. You might as well say it's been 500 years that we've been struggling under this oppression. You understand? And so with that, we have to make sure that we come together. You understand? Gather ourselves together. You want to stop poverty? You want to stop heart attacks? You want to stop rape, rob, murder? You want to stop any problem that the black community is having? This is the scripture that we need right here. You understand? This one is going to save everyone's life. Start it over and read it again.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourself together.
Go ahead.
Yea, gather together.
Now, this is how you know this is a black man's book. We had to say it 2 times. You understand? You got to say it twice to make brothers and sisters pay attention. Gather together. Yes, gather together. You understand? This is what we must do. Go ahead.
O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. Who is, that just broke my heart hearing that. Who is the nation that's not desired? That's Israel. Nobody want us. You understand? A lot of our women in America have been made to think that the white man wants them. You understand? That they have some kind of value to the white man or value to the other nations, when really they're using you. Anytime you put your man out of the house, that is, you are supporting white supremacy. Anytime you call the police on your man to get him locked up, you supporting white supremacy. Put him on child support, white supremacy. You understand? Anytime you call him a weak ass nigga in front of his kids, you have supported white supremacy and you have murdered that man. You understand? It is hell in this kingdom because Esau has given our sisters the power of 911 to, you understand, to subjugate the black man under such oppression to where he just looks like he'll never be able to get out of it. But if we want to stop all of that, we have to gather ourselves together and we have to realize that we are the people that nobody wants. How is it that we have over 3 billion or 3 trillion, $3 trillion in spending power, yet and still we're the poorest people in America? How is that possible? You understand? How is it that we're number 1 in damn near everything wicked? Number 1 in diseases, we number 1 in heart attacks, number 1 in abortions, you name it, we're number 1 in it. Every wicked thing that you can imagine in this place. And it's all because we are trying to follow the other nations and be like them. And you understand, love them instead of loving each other. One thing that I always love to say is that when floods come, when tornadoes come, when hell and disaster come on this earth, I don't have the love to pray for nobody else. I'm only praying for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The ones that you call niggas, wetbacks, and savages. That's who I love. You understand? I'm not praying for no goddamn lily white girl, because I remember being down, like he said, in Hurricane Harvey. And I remember seeing how those white men pulled up in their boats, beeped their little horn at black people, and drove the hell off. You understand? While we was in a worse condition than any white man could have been. You understand? We already got to live off food stamps, Medicare, Medicaid, and without our fathers in the house. Now, when a disaster comes, we have to watch everyone else around us get saved except for us. Well, that time is over. You understand? Because when Christ returns, it's only going to be our turn for us to get saved. But first, we got to gather ourselves together because we are that nation that is not desired. You understand? We are the people that nobody wants and that have been thrown away from the beginning. Think about them selling our children, how they were selling our little babies, how they were taking everything that we had. I can't even think of an invention that the white man made, but he took credit for all of it. You know why? Because we could never come together and say that this was ours. We had to sell it out just so we could feel like we were ahead. Like, look at Michael Jordan. Look at any rich Negro in this place, in this kingdom right now. And you think he give a damn about people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's at the bottom? He's watching. They're watching us struggle and suffer because they have been taught that the best thing you can do for a poor black person is not be one of them. Thus said Steve Harvey. That's what he said. You understand? He watched his sister Monique come on there and grovel and crawl and damn near cry her eyes out in front of thousands of white people. You understand? That's who it was in front of. Go ahead, sir.
That brother, his show got canceled, right?
Yes, sir, it did. Con.
2 of them.
Yep, 2 of them, yep.
He think he just, you know what I'm saying, part of this nation and they
Right.
America. But the Lord, like, no, you can't do your brothers and sisters like that. Dog, not even saying, not keep no law.
Yeah.
They gonna show you. Like, just like all these actors, all these basketball players, everybody that raised up from among their people, and they go and they live with these other nations. If you notice, all of them still fall under curses. You got OJ. You understand? You got what's your brother's name that play basketball?
Lamar Odom.
You got all these brothers, you understand, they leave their nation. And the Lord say, nah, you can't leave your nation. You gonna leave them behind? You think you special? You understand? You ain't special without your people, no matter where you go.
Right.
You talking about the Lord? You go all the way across, you understand, the country. The Lord still gonna say, you know what, you gotta be with your people.
Right.
You gotta love your people. Ain't no money, ain't no car, ain't no house, ain't nothing more important than your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
That's what the Lord wants. Go ahead, Alex.
Now, Most High in Christ, and that's very heavy because, like he was saying earlier, we don't have to have a damn thing in here, but we all survive together. You understand? You wonder how the Hispanics are doing so well. When I was down there in Houston, I learned such a wonderful lesson just from watching like Hispanic brothers and sisters, and they're not even in the truth, but the camaraderie that they have is unbelievable. Because what they'll do is they'll move 4 people or 4 families in the house. And then this one family, they'll put all their money together and they'll give it to one family. They'll pay all the bills. They'll take their money, save that, or take that money and start a business, right? And then what they'll also do is take the food stamps from all the houses and go start a damn taco truck. You understand? And everyone is fed off of that. The food comes free because it's food stamps. You understand? They have the money to spend it on the necessary things, you understand, to help their household grow. Then when one family get big, cool, you can move out, get you a place, they move another family in until another one can move out. That's how brotherhood and sisterhood is supposed to work. But when you go inside of a black household, what do they tell their children at 18? You got to get the hell out of here. You understand? Now tell me what child is established at 18? What child knows how to do any damn thing at 18? Like, if you really think about it, you're really somewhat like 6 or 7. You understand? Because you spend what? Up to 10 years old, you in the 5th grade. And then 6, 7, and 8th grade, you're 13, maybe 14 years old. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You 5 years old, really. You don't know a damn thing about the world, but you have to get out and provide for yourself. Go get a job. You probably gonna have a baby. Some sisters having babies at 12 years old. You understand? Because they had no guidance. Again, because we got 2 million black males locked up in jail. 85% of black households without fathers. You understand? And we can blame the goddamn white man for that. You understand? Everything that has happened to us, we can blame him for. And for anybody telling you not to blame him, sis, you better run. You better run, brothers. You better run. You understand? Turn the other way and don't look back, man. Because if they're telling you not to blame the person that put you in the oppression, they have Stockholm syndrome and they hate black people. You understand? That's guaranteed. I can guarantee you that. But read this real quick, because this is also a part of that gathering together and us being a poor nation. This right here is what saves us. This whole thing is about brotherhood and sisterhood. When we thirsty, man, my brothers will make sure I got 3 goddamn cups of water. You understand? I asked for a half a cup. They filled me up till I begged them to stop. You understand? That's how it works in the UPK. They feed you until you beg for them. No, please, please, please. You about to make me sin. You understand? Gluttony. That's how much they feed you. You ain't got no clothes, no sweat. You got plenty of clothes. Go check my closet. You understand? That's how brothers do. These headpieces don't belong to me. It don't belong to me. My brothers have made sure that I'm fine. You understand? And that's how we have always been since 1969. And before that, when we followed the scriptures, because of this reason right here. Go ahead,
Come on. Book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17. A friend love it at all times.
A real friend love it at all times. It ain't no time when he's saying, nah, you know what, I ain't messing with you today. You know what I'm saying? You always struggling. Man, you always broke. And you ain't never got nothing to eat. And you ain't got no clothes. Man, bro, I can't deal with you. You a broke nigga. How many broke niggas is in this nation already? You understand? Most of us, probably 99% of us are struggling. You understand? At some point, until we get up to, I guess you call middle class. You understand? And some people, when they get to middle class, they think they're better than you, man. My father in the world, he said that he has a fear of going back to the ghetto. You understand? Because they made him eat ketchup packages for dinner. That's how wicked the white man is. Where he had to share shoes and 3 pairs of pants between 7 brothers. You understand? To where they were struggling like that. They were having to take pairs of pants from the thrift store, sew them together, whatever they had to do together to live. But out in the world, your friends don't look out for you. Your friends get tired of you. Man, you begging again? Man, bro, I ain't got it this time. I got a pocket full of money and will let you starve. You understand? Will let you die of thirst if they could. You understand? Right there next to them, don't give a damn about your progression or your life. Because in the world, we're taught to be selfish. You understand? We're taught that in the world, if I got it, then I better protect it and hold on to it. Think how many times out in the world you've asked somebody like, yo, where'd you get that from? That's nice. And they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you that. It's mine. It's my secret. You know what I'm saying? I'm fly. Not knowing 1,000 Negroes and already got the same thing. Like, think about the Jordans that come out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the goddamn Jordans. Everybody got the Air Max. Everybody got the same shirt the same $60 shirt that you bought. You thought it was 101, huh? Nah, bro. It's the same damn thing that we all got. You understand? But a friend, a real friend, he ain't gonna let you go out to the club looking busted and disgusted. He gonna be like, go ahead, you can wear my shirt. Go ahead, you can put on them loafers. Go ahead, you can put this on. Go ahead, let me buy you a drink. You know what I'm saying? Let me fill you. Let me take care of a brother last week. Officer, you know what I'm saying, Tazadakia, big up, sir. He filled my gas tank up. You understand? Straight up and down. I mean, and asked for nothing back. But that's not the only thing that this brother has done for this brotherhood. And not just for me, but for other brothers. You understand? This is how we progress as a nation. This is how we get ahead as a nation. And it puts something in you that makes you say, damn, I want to do the same thing. I want to be like that. You understand? I want to be that kind of selfless brother and look out for every damn body. That's the brother I want to be. I want to work. I want to help my brother so long until I'm broke. You understand? Because I know they're going to look out for me. Is the moment I fall, they got me. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Instead, I could lose every damn thing that I have today, and I got it all. You understand? Everything can leave. My ribs can leave. My kids can leave. No money, no car, no house. and I still got ribs. I still got a car, still got kids, because my brothers and my sisters make sure that I'm taken care of in every instance. Those are real friends. You understand? And they always look out for me. They always look out for the brotherhood. Keep reading out.
Come on, come on. And a brother is born for adversity.
And a brother is born for adversity. So when we gather ourselves together, as we're gathering ourselves together, this is what we have to realize right here. Times are hard. They hard as hell. They've been hard. You understand? As long as we are under this white man's rule, until Yahweh Shah Mashiach come back and crack them damn clouds, sis, it's going to be hard. But the only way that we can make it through this hell, and that's another thing, hell being a condition on earth, not a little fiery place on the, on the ground, like the fake Israelites say, or Christians like to say. The only way that we gonna make it through this hell is with brothers, with sisters. You understand? Because like we say in the UPK, brotherhood is a weapon. And that's straight up and down. We can destroy any goddamn thing as long as we work together. You know how you see the ants, right? It's impossible to drown a group of ants, because you know why? They got real brotherhood. You can put them in a goddamn pool of water and they'll form a ball, and it's like glue. You can push them down in the water, they'll pop back up. You understand? Whatever happens, they'll turn over so the other ones can get in. This is how they work. And this is how we should work as a unit all the time. You understand? Unification is what Black people need. And we need to realize that hard times, we were made for this. Black people were made for hard times. This is what makes, what they say, make a man. This is what make a man right here, hard time. And then when you see that you got brothers on your side, you shouldn't fear a damn thing. You got sisters on your side, you should not worry about a damn thing. You understand? No matter what it may be, whatever situation that you find yourself struggling in, you can always call your brothers or call your sisters to help you out of it. You understand? But when you out in the world, you alone. You alone. Your mother will leave you where you stand. You understand? Right. Your father will leave you where you stand. And that's straight up and down, and not give you a damn thing, because they have been destroyed by the white man. They don't know any better. You understand? In the world, we have been reduced to be pretty much children. In the UPK, we raise you up to be a grown-ass woman. You understand? UPK, they raise us up to be grown men so that we can take care of one another and show one another the best way to do it. And that is through unity. You understand? That is through understand, because they're going to do everything that they can to destroy us. Everywhere you turn, you look on a TV, they're pushing homosexuality through the TV, pushing it. You understand? It's on the goddamn kids' cartoons. They just brought it out that the rat in Arthur is getting married. I don't remember him being a homosexual when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember it. Maybe he was, and I ain't peep it. But I'm telling you, the rat in Arthur's getting married to another man. This is what they do. The SpongeBob, you know that's homosexuality. You understand? They pushing that heavy. Anywhere you turn, they're pushing bacon. You understand? Eat that pork. You gotta eat that pork. My brother, they'll slap that damn pork out of my hand. You understand? If I ever, before I even get the word out my mouth, you understand? Not in here. You are going to be, in the UPK, you're going to be perfect. You're going to be. You have no choice. You understand? Because one thing that we got to realize is that brothers as well as sisters are under the same scrutiny. No matter where you go, you step out in the world, people are watching you and they're waiting for you to fail, to say, got you. Oh, that's a UPK right there. We got the best of the best. Think about catching a 20-pound fish in a damn net. You understand? Or a 40, 50-pound fish in a net. And then you got all these little 5-pound fish. You're going to get rid of the rest of them and keep that big juicy one. That's what the UPK is to a demon. We're like the best kind of fish that you can catch. We are the best thing that you could ever get in life. And the moment you get a UPK man to fail or a UPK woman to fail, to some people, they've done everything they need to do in their life. Yeah, UPK man or woman. But in here, we don't allow failure. They refuse failure in here. You understand? No cowards, no excuses, no matter what it is.
Right.
And just to make sure that you don't, you got brothers, sisters. You understand? In the world, in Christianity, they tell you, you got Jesus. You got God. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else. Earlier you said something about you start learning about camps or something, right? Let me tell you something, sis. The UPK is the only camp. You understand? We are the only school. We are the only church. We are the only truth seekers. Whatever name you want to give it, it's only right here. Everyone else, they're liars. And they are backstabbers. It's only a matter of time. They're not real friends. In your time of adversity, look for them. You won't find them. Let me get Proverbs 11 and 14. This is the way that we find out. This is the way that we find ourselves when we're separated from this kingdom. As we're separating ourselves from this kingdom, this is the way that we get ahead. This is the way that, you understand, we make sure that we never go back to desegregation. Segregation was the best thing to ever happen to us. You understand? Desegregation, integration was the worst. Martin Luther King was damn near the worst thing to happen to Black people. You understand? The civil rights movement, that entire damn thing, destroyed the very fabric of the Black home. Because instead of us saying that we only need each other, now we're saying we need everybody. Malcolm X was the same as Martin Luther King. He don't get no slack neither. You understand? Because let me tell you something. When you tell your people to join or serve a God other than your God, you are subjugating your people unto those people. Think about it like this. If I may just real quick. Just think about it like this, right? The God of the Muslims is a what kind of God? Well, you answered the right thing. The God of the Muslims is an Arab. You understand? This is an Arab God. You understand? So guess who that God is going to look out for? First and foremost, and only. Now you telling Black people to go serve an Arab God. So that means every Black man, woman, and child that comes under the reign of those people have to serve those people. And I found that out through the scriptures. Because I'll be damned if anybody serve Yahweh and they don't serve my brothers. You understand that? They're going to be second-class citizens. Salaki, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can.
Baba Kushal.
Like, I just gonna bring out the brother, you understand, he was against the so-called white man. And then at the very end, he realized when he went over there that anybody can be a Muslim. Yeah. Anybody can be Islam. Anybody can be Egyptologists. Anybody can be Christian, Buddhist. Yes, they can be any of those things. But when you go into the Bible, it's only one nation of people that can be Israel. That's right. And that God is in the Bible. That God only loves one nation of people. Who is Israel? He only considers himself their God and nobody else. Like Malcolm X, you understand, he was a well-spoken man. He gave brothers hope just in every society where a brother need hope, you understand, need something to follow. Not knowing that the only thing they ever need to follow is the Bible. Right. He showed brotherhood. He was not teaching about the Lord. And because of that, you still got brothers, you understand, going against the Most High. That's why he had all those things happen. That's what happened to him. The very thing that he should have been teaching, you understand, which was brotherhood out of the Bible, that happened to him. He destroyed his own brothers. No, you too wild, sir. But and you know what I'm saying, that's actually so right, because when he went out there, he wrote that letter back to his wife.
And he said, I'm drinking out the same cup with white men with blue eyes and blonde hair. I will never let no goddamn heathen put his lips on nothing that I drink.
Right.
You understand? Ain't no white man ever allowed to sit at no table with me and my family and eat up more. He can't eat the crumbs off my floor. You understand? No heathen, period, is allowed to sit with us at any feast. That is against the Most High God to allow heathens in our feast. We don't allow them to do anything with us. They cannot come into the organization. They cannot. I damn sure ain't sleeping with them. You might as well sleep with a dog. You understand? It's the same as sleeping with a dog, a pit bull. Go get one of those if you want a heathen. But we have to love one another. And that's why Malcolm X failed, because as the officer said, the same thing that he should have been teaching is what destroyed him. That's the same thing that got him murdered. You understand? Because he didn't have, or he did, Islam know that we're the children of Israel. They know it. Even, what's his name, Farrakhan put it out on newspaper. Blacks are the children of Israel. He speak about it all the time. If he knows that we're the children of Israel and it's in the Bible, why the hell are we following Islam? Why? Why are they teaching us to follow another God other than this? It's because they do not actually care about black people. They have a self agenda. They have an agenda that is only going to promote them, which is riches. And the Bible is called mammon. You understand? That's who they serve. They don't really serve Allah neither. They don't serve him. They serve who? They serve themselves. You understand? They might as well be like the nation of gods and earths, claiming to be gods them damn selves. They don't serve a real power. They serve falsehood. But in America, Salaki, in the UPK, we serve the one true God. We don't serve our damn selves. I make sure that all my brothers are straight before I get anything. I'm not going to eat a morsel of food until that man eats first, and he's a trooper, but I will make sure that he eats first. You understand? Because the Lord said this, he that is greatest among you, he is your servant. You understand? And that's how we should always be. We have to always look up, you understand, look up to our brothers for some kind of understanding on how we should live, on what we should do. Because the moment we look outside of that and we start following other nations, woe means death and destruction. That's what's coming. The moment we start to follow Allah and bow ourselves on that dusty ass carpet and kiss that damn rock and walk around it 7 times, people got trampled at the goddamn. How long Islam been alive? You understand? And they, like Commander Hunter said, they are getting trampled, still dying, walking around a damn rock. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. And they still can't get around a rock without dying. And Allah is allowing this right in front of him? Oh, they must have been sinners then to die right there in front of Allah. You understand? But that is foolishness. That's not a real God. In the UPK, we serve a real God. And we get counsel from our brothers to make sure that we never step outside of his power. Because the power that we serve, you step outside Brotherhood, he'll kill you. Because if you are outside Brotherhood, you're caring for yourself, period. You understand? Read that scripture, Bible shop.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14.
12 minutes, that's fine. Okay.
Where no counsel is, the people fail.
Go ahead.
So like you fall.
Mm-hmm.
But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
You see that? Where there's no counsel, the people gonna fail. So even if we gather ourselves together like they did in Islam, they had a real big movement at first. I mean, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X did the little thing, everybody turned one way and walk, and it's like, that's deep, that's heavy. But then what happened? Years later, the whole fabric of it fall apart. You find out this dude sleeping with underage children. You understand? You find out all kind of nonsense. They fall into Scientology. That's the goddamn white man's religion. You understand? They are doing all manner of wickedness. And Farrakhan said that he is Jesus. These are things that they're believing. It all tends to fall apart because they don't have any counsel. They don't follow righteous counsel. I have this man to call. I have this man to call. I have so many brothers that I can call if I'm ever struggling and going through something, to where they'll bring me out that fire. You understand? They'll snatch me up out of there so quick, my goddamn head is spin, and I don't know where the hell I'm at. But all I can say is the Wada Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, because they saved my life. You understand? Anytime any brother comes into the UPK, the scripture says you cover a multitude of sins anytime you convert a soul. So anytime you bring somebody into this truth, you have to realize that you gathering these people together is saving their life. And so we have to always make sure that we're looking at one another to remain righteous, because the moment that we are not, we're going to be taken by the enemy. Let me get Judith chapter 5, verse 20. We're going to be taken, Judith, Salaki, 5 and 20. We'll be taken by any and every spirit, every wicked spirit. Like, you look at these fake camps, right? They don't have brotherhood. Like, we were just talking about Purple Rain. You understand how their deacons are stealing? That ain't righteous. How am I going to look up to a man that's stealing from me? You understand? How am I going to ask this man about my finances and let him look at my finances without feeling like he might be in my bank account next week? You know what I'm saying? Like, my paycheck is about to be shorted because of my deacon. Yeah. How am I supposed to be a brother that is going to go to marriage counsel, and I'm thinking if I let you talk to my wife, you might sleep with her? You understand? That's why the scriptures say to know what need a man had. You understand? Before he give counsel. Because these deacons, or the so-called deacons, or whatever the hell they want to be called, they're sleeping with brothers' wives. And they're kicking them out their camps. Yeah. They're kicking them out the camp, sleeping with their women. And not only that, they're getting with the women and beating them, killing them. The sister Joy Morgan, she's dead, or she's missing. You understand? Because they allowed filthy heathens in their camp. How am I supposed to trust a man that goes against the scriptures when the scriptures say that we don't allow heathens? You understand? We don't deal with Hamites. We don't deal with Africans, period. But now I'm supposed to trust you to give me some kind of counsel and take care of me and my family? Hell no, I refuse. I'm going to follow righteous men of the Lord, because they're the ones that's going to tell me the right way. They keep me on a straight and narrow. You can go to any other camp you want to, sis. You are walking to the gates of hell. I guarantee it. The fake groups, they're going to tell you that you can rape little girls. They believe in child molestation. They have no problem with it. They have no problem with it. They'll let you, whatever your desire is, go join a fake group. You might as well just join a Christian church. And I heard Captain Kahan say this a couple weeks ago on his radio show. He said that the reason why you can't really tell the difference between the Christian church or Christianity and from being out in the world, because it's all the same. Yeah. You go into the Christian church, there's homosexuals. Out in the world, it's homosexuals. You go into the church, there's drug dealers. I guarantee the pastor probably selling some dope. He probably snorted some cocaine. He hitting the whole front row, everybody wife up in there. You understand? The Catholic Church, they molesting all the little babies. You go into the Jewish synagogue, they are giving your babies herpes. You understand? When they do the little, I forgot what it's called, Goya or something like that, they are doing autofellatio on children, giving them sexually transmitted diseases. And these are the things that our people are following and getting destroyed. You understand? These are the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, coming alive right here, right now in America. And we're suffering from them the worst, because we were the only ones that were given these laws. And we were the only ones told to have brotherhood and sisterhood. But the moment we say, nah, I'm going to do my thing because I want to be spiritual. You understand? I'm going to do my thing because I believe in zodiac sign. I'm a Libra. She an Aquarius. We can't be together. That's nonsense. You understand? Any woman that got a demon on her, I can control. You understand? That's how that go. I don't give a damn about what your sign is. That's a demon that's on you. You understand? And that can be fixed through the Most High in Christ, coming into the Isupk. Outside of that, you are going to suffer in hell. You're going to have all manner of wickedness running through your house. Your man is going to be a down low, cross-dressing homosexual. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But you come in here, you will follow the law. 100%. And if you don't, read that out. Judah chapter 5 and 20.
Come on.
Uh-huh.
The book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 20.
Go ahead.
Now therefore, my Lord
Uh-huh.
and governor,
Mm-hmm.
if there be any error in this people.
Go ahead, Salaki. So this is a general. Now they're about to pass over Israel, right? And so this general, he has done the complete history on Israel. And he was running it down. If you read through this chapter, he's running it down, our victories, our losses, and everything. So he says to these men in charge, he say, now these people, I'm gonna read that one more time. Go ahead.
Now therefore, my Lord,
Mm-hmm.
my governor,
Go ahead.
if there be any error in this people.
So if there be any error, meaning if these people are sinning, if you can come across these people and see they eating pork, you see that they sleeping with each other's wives, you see that you understand, they doing any manner of wickedness. Right. Go ahead.
And they sin against their Lord.
And they sin against their Lord. Not no fake God outside of the scriptures, but these law, statutes, and commandments. If we not doing that, go ahead.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
We're going to perish. No question about it. The whole nation. Like when you think about when we went into captivity or when the nation split, it was because Solomon had us following wicked ass, you understand, had us following every god under the damn earth. From all his wives. They brought all kind of God. They built groves, they built praying temples, they built, you know what I'm saying? We did dedicate all kind of manner of wickedness to these fake gods. And we ended up in slavery. We ended up in captivity. Our kingdom split apart. You understand? Because of that, Christ had to come. And now we're here. And Christ got to come back to fix it again.
Right.
Man, we should be tired of being in captivity. We should be tired of being in hell and watching everybody that we love die in front of our damn eyes. You understand? We should be tired of it. But if we don't stop, if we don't look, and we don't pay attention to what the Lord is telling us, it's going to be our ruin, no question. But go ahead out.
And let us go up.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And we shall overcome them.
All right, go ahead.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation.
But if we be blameless, like it said in 1 Timothy, go ahead.
Let my Lord now pass by.
They know that we are untouchable. You understand? Let them pass by. Nobody wants to see a man that is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. If you see how the way these brothers look outside, everybody says he's some serious cats. Like I don't know if I even want to approach them because of the way that we look, the things that we say. People are afraid of us. You understand? Just because they know that we're not easily broken. We're not a people that are easily, you understand? We're not the peer pressure type. You understand? You don't get us to fall by peer pressure. No. You're going to have to put some real work in. And even then, these men believing enduring to the end. That's what we believe in. So we are men of war. Every day we fight. Every damn day, all day. That's all we care about. That's what life is about. Warfare, fighting, making sure that we are staying on track. So anybody that see us, they know for sure, oh, these people are different. And what they're saying is we keep the law. So no demon, you understand, can even try to come our way without getting cut down. They pass by us and go on to fake Israelite groups. They go on to Christianity. They go on to the Buddhists and the Muslims. And if you look right now, Muslims are selling more dope than a little bit. You understand? They selling all the dope, straight up and down. Where do you think that poppy coming from? Man, they selling all the dope. Even Christians, they selling all the weed. Tell me now. Those are Christians that's doing that. There ain't nobody else. I guarantee you ain't no man in UPK selling no dope. You understand? We will starve and go make sure we get it the right way before we ever do any wickedness towards our brother. Because us selling dope out in the world, first and foremost, that's witchcraft.
Right.
You understand? Because you're changing the state of your brother. And secondly, why would you destroy a brother? Because you were destroyed. We already know you ain't had no damn daddy. You understand? That's how most brothers and sisters are in the nation. Got no fathers, got no mothers. Because they were taken by dope. Think about the 80s, all the crack babies you had. Some of them grew up to have kids. You understand? Now because you were destroyed, they go to somebody else to destroy their family. I've heard it before. I've heard drug dealers say, man, I ain't got no family. My family was destroyed, so to hell with his. You understand? I'm going to sell them dope. I was sold dope. They did it to my mama. I know brothers that sell their mother's dope. You understand? How are we ever going to come together and be a nation by doing wickedness of that nature? Not caring about one another, not loving each other. But the moment we come together, the moment we say there'll be no more sin in our nation, Yahweh Shah, he's going to come back and raise hell in this place and destroy the very fabric of America from the president on down to that white man with the missing tooth and the Confederate flag. You understand? They all have to pay. Finish that out real quick.
Least their Lord defend them,
Mm-hmm.
and their God be for them.
At least our Lord defended us. When we came out of Egypt, we didn't have to do a damn thing. We didn't have to raise a finger. All we did was Salakia Yahweh. You understand? Baba Kushah. You understand? Save us. That's what we did. We prayed to the Lord, asked him to forgive us for our wickedness. He came and flooded that entire damn place. Egypt used to be beautiful. Now look at it. It's full of sand and dead bodies. You understand? They think, a lot of people in the fake, you know what I'm saying, these fake conscious community, they think because you can find the bones of their people that's something special. They think because they pharaohs are in those pyramids, it's nothing but burial. It's just a burial tomb. That's all. It's just a tomb for a dead body.
Right.
It's nothing special. Now, they think because they have those things, that's something amazing. Let me tell you something. The white man is all up and down through there. They're crushing them people's bones up and drinking them. That's what they doing to those dead bodies. I'll be damned if that happened to the body of Yahweh Shai. And I'll be damned if that happened to the body of Moses. And the Lord will be damned too. He's not going to allow those things to happen to this nation because he loves the nation of Israel and he'll fight for us. But first, we have to gather together.
Right.
We have to realize that in this hard time, only our brothers, only our sisters coming together is what's going to make it easier. We want to make heaven on earth, as the prayer says, we got to come together. We got to love each other. We got to stop murdering each other. Stop selling each other dope. Stop hating each other in our heart. You understand that? Even Christ said, if you have a thought, just paraphrase, if you have a thought that you don't like a brother, you murdered him already.
Right.
You hate that brother in your heart, you have murdered him. You hate that sister, you talk behind her back, you murdered that sister already before you even do it. Because what's going to happen when she needs you? What's going to happen if you say in your heart, I don't like her? To hell with that sister. What's going to happen when she fall? She can't fall on you. You going to move and let her fall into the goddamn pits of hell. And it's going to be your fault. You understand? That blame is going to be on you. The Most High God is not going to look at you blameless because of the way that you feel about your brother or your sister. Because what happens is, they all say your thoughts manifest. You understand? That's what happens. What you do in the dark right here is going to come to light. You hate your brother in your heart, it's going to come out that you hate your brother. It's going to come out that you hate your sister. It's going to show. You at the feast days or whatever, it's going to show.
Right.
Finish that out.
Come on.
Is it? Go ahead.
And we become a reproach before all the world.
But nobody else can mess with us as long as we follow these laws. the Lord will make every nation on this earth to be like Egypt. The scriptures say that the smoke from America is going to burn for so damn long that this place is going to be a memorial. You know what a memorial is? It's something you just look at. You can't do nothing with it. You can't live here. You can't do nothing with it. It's just you just looking. Damn, that used to be America. Damn, it's just still burning. it's been 50 years, it's just still burning. Damn, all the animals dead, everything over there dead. That is how every nation is going to be on this earth, dealing with the children of Israel and our God. You understand that? And that's what's important. As long as we come together, as long as we make ourselves, you understand, strong as a nation by loving one another, we'll be fine. But we hate each other. We don't have brotherhood. We don't have sisterhood. We allow everybody to do their own thing, to teach their own doctrine and not be one body. We allow everybody to open up all these fake ass camps, and you can be yourself, brother. You ain't gotta be like everybody in the nation that, you understand, that is following the law. You can make up your own law.
Right.
We do that, we destroy it. But we follow each other, Most High in Christ will be saved. You understand? And with that, Salaki, I ran a little bit over. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Trooper Kamayala for the security announcements.
The ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months and are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister have interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10. In Hebrew, ma'asherah. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord give you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. It's like up and coming holy convocations, which is the Feast of First Fruit. Starts after the Sabbath unleavened bread. Sundown Sunday, April 28, 2019, count 50 days. On the break the 50th day, Monday, June 17, 2019, before sundown. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, and headband, and scarf. And with that, I pass the class back to Preaching House of 1,000, Barak Kamar.
All right, Most High in Christ, and with that, Shalom, Israel, Yahweh Shalom, Yahweh Barakatah, the sisters, Yahweh Shalom, Yahweh Shalom, Yahweh Shah.